Hey, what's going on, guys? It's me, AGame, and today I want to talk about the future of Geometry Dash and RobTop. So first of all, back in the day, back in 1.9, back in 2.0, RobTop really didn't interact with the community, and he still kinda isn't, but he is getting along with Viper and Etzer to make contests, like the Icon contest that finished a while ago, along with the Gauntlet contest that's going on currently, or at least when I'm recording this. So I like how he's kind of getting involved, not really all the way, but yeah, he is starting to get there. Maybe a next step could be like an official Geometry Dash Discord server. That would be pretty cool, with RobTop being the admin, along with GD mods as moderators on the server. Now, of course, RobTop has a lot of work. He needs to code, he has levels to feature, that kind of stuff, his daily routine. So maybe on this Discord server, if there was one, a lot of the mods would be doing the work, managing things, helping people out, things like that. So maybe it could be like kind of a support server, a community server where people could get together, chat about the game, about whatever they need to really. And now with this Discord server thing, there could be a lot of issues. Now first of all, it could get quite spammy, along with a lot of raiders, etc., because Geometry Dash is a big game, millions of players, especially like on YouTube, and in the community there are lots of people as well. So if we had all those people on that one Discord server, it could become really spammy, and there would probably be a lot of raiders as well. And for those who don't know, raiders are like who come on just to spam, post NSFW, etc., etc. And yeah, there would be a lot to moderate and things like that. And that could interfere with even the mods themselves, because they need to make YouTube videos, make levels, whatever they do. So there are some pros and there are cons, so I kind of understand why there isn't a Geometry Dash official Discord server, but it would still be kind of cool, you know? So for the future of Geometry Dash, I'm thinking in 2.1, currently, there are a lot of generic levels, and a lot of people talk about this, a lot of YouTubers talk about this, a lot of players complain about this, and yeah, we all hate this. We all hate these generic levels, except for RobTop apparently. But you see, I think the reason RobTop features generic levels is because without these generic levels, if you were to go through the featured page, like right now in 2.1, you would find a lot of generic levels. Now imagine all of those generic levels not being featured. That means there aren't really that many generic levels. But there wouldn't be a lot of features in the first place, because there aren't that many levels that are unique that are featured. Now, if we had moderators who looked out for unique levels instead of generic levels, I think that would make a big impact, because we all don't like generic levels, so we could get rid of those. And there are a lot of unnoticed, unique creators who deserve features. So that would be kind of a win-win if moderators targeted unique levels instead of generic levels from most famous creators. No hate or anything. I'm not really putting a bias out there, but besides the fact that generic levels are fucking stupid. Anyway, maybe if the moderators targeted unique levels, it would be a lot better. And then another thing that mods could do is maybe on this Discord server or somewhere else on like a private server or something, maybe mods could like put in all these suggestions of levels to be featured, and they could all discuss and vote and see which ones should get featured, etc. So for 2.2, what most people are after is everyone kind of wants scale trigger. It's been wanted by many, suggested by many, and we need this. That's what she said. But yeah, just imagine all the effects you could do with the scale trigger. People have move triggers and rotate triggers, and you can combine those to make really cool effects. Now put in a scale trigger with that. That would be really cool. Now I'm assuming scale trigger is probably going to be here quite soon, but we'll see. Now also, in Geometry Dash, if you go into the settings and check the key controls, it'll say that custom key support is not added yet, or something like that, something similar to that. So hopefully next update it'll be there. It seems like RobTop's kind of forgotten about this, but maybe one day, you know? Now, there's one more feature that would be really cool. So, you know how creating in GD, it's pretty easy with the editor, and the editor's really nice, but you know what would be really cool? If we had some kind of external application. For example, like how Photoshop works, you would have things like the pen tool, snapping, precise rotation, things like that. So maybe if there was like an external application that connected to GD and you could edit in that external application, I feel like it would be a lot more efficient. Now of course this would take a lot of time to code. It would be another app that you would have to download, and it would be for PC only and maybe Android, I don't know. I don't really see it being for iOS. I don't know. I just don't feel like it would be an iOS thing. It just doesn't fit the theme of how iOS apps are, you know. But yeah, it would kind of look like a professional application except for a game. And I was thinking like maybe it would be a little too much, but it would still be cool in my opinion. It would have things like the pen tool and the paintbrush tool, and you could add like lines and curves. That way you could get into a lot more detail, and your levels would look a lot more artistic or custom, if you know what I mean. Along with that, like I said, snapping tool. Now, GD editor itself, the GD editor, it has a snap tool, but it kind of snaps to its own grid, you know what I mean? So maybe if it could snap to other objects that are already in the editor, like how Photoshop does. Like if you have other layers, it would snap to objects on those layers. Also, what would be kind of cool is like a randomizer tool. If you want to like randomly generate, like let's say you would select an area and then you would specify some objects, maybe custom objects, I don't know, and then you would give it values for frequency and colors, maybe things like that, and it would just randomly generate stuff and put things around. This could be useful for like random backgrounds, particles, things like that. Now, another thing that a lot of people would think is cool is precise rotation and scaling. Now, there is a hack made by Absolute Gamer on this, and RobTop actually said creator hacks like this is totally fine and he doesn't mind them. The application that Absolute Gamer made, it's basically a program and you type a value along with a group ID, I think, and you just type in a number and it'll rotate it that many degrees, and so you could be pretty much precise and give it exact values. So there's, I think Absolute Gamer made one for scaling as well. I know for sure he made one for rotation, but it would be cool if that was in GD itself. So with all that said, I think that would be pretty cool, and those are my opinions and my kind of wants for 2.2 and how I think GD should evolve in the future. If you have anything you want to say, add to the discussion, put it in the comments, something like that. Leave some feedback, like the video, whatever you want, would be cool. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
I hate everything.